Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther Franchuk and I'm a professional artist, dreamer, traveler, and this video today is another studio update. So I will show you all of the paintings that I have been working on and share some thoughts that I have during my studio time and in the process of making them. But before we dive into it, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you not miss any of the new videos. Life of an artist is not always deep and meaningful. I mean, it is, but it's also funny and quirky, and there is all kinds of things that make us inspired and make us a bit more free and childlike, I believe, than if you like in any other occupation, just because you gotta play with paints and crayons for a living, you know? It's like you're just constantly in this super fun process. I mean, it is challenging and there's many aspects to it, but it's like you have this like awe and excitement and thrill as we have as children when we just like do something and craft something, and this like initial creativity is still there. You carry it on in your life when you choose to be an artist. So I feel like it's just something really, really unique and cool. First of all, we finally were able to varnish and frame those two pieces. One actually sold right away, like when I posted about it on Instagram. I didn't even like made an email copy, or yeah, we did product shots and then I just posted it and one of them sold to Australia. So super cool, gonna package it and ship it soon. I just really love how when you frame a painting and all of this like final touches are like everything is just coming together, it just looks so much different. Also, we just brought because Paul wanted to see how my art looks in our own house, because my studio is full of art and we don't really have any of my own art at home. We have other artists that I collect, but not my own art. So he wanted just to see how it looks inside, and he is considering keeping all of the pieces that he brought home just because they look super nice. And it's like it just makes such a difference, like seeing painting like in the studio on the easel, or even like just on the white wall when it's framed. It's already like lifetime away of like how it looks when it's just on the easel within like the paints and messy art materials, you know. But like when we brought it and put it over the bed, like that just something different. Like it immediately feels like way more grand and like real and just like a solid piece of art. And it's like, even for me, even though it's my art, it's like, whoa, it's like it's just really different. I feel like it's really important to have this perspective. So we are investing a lot into like framing all of the pieces and shooting them, because it is a luxury product and it's super important to see how it lives in the living spaces. So super happy about our frames. So also I worked on this painting and I really love how it's going. I add so many more details and oils, and it just got this pop of color that it was missing before. So super happy about that. I still need to see, it's like it's already really close to finishing. I still have to see if maybe something will go over here to make a stronger focal point, but I don't know yet. With art and with any kind of like creative writing, poetry, I feel like it's just so important to have a distance from your piece for a while. So with art, you just put it aside and you don't look at it for some time, and then you know if it's finished or not. The same with poetry and writing. Like sometimes you just write something, you put it in a drawer, you forget about it, and when you read it in a week, it just like you have this like outside perspective. So you're either like, this is genius, did I write it? Or you're like, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense, or something has to be rewritten. So in order for those edits really go towards like improving and excellence, it's really needed to take breaks and to have distance from your own creation for a while. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna leave it. Also, it will dry meanwhile, and then in a couple of days or in a week, while I work on other projects, I will see if I would like to add something else. I probably would, but because I don't know yet what it needs, I will take this time and we will see, hopefully in the next vlog, how it developed. This piece is probably took the most time and energy this week for me, because it was not getting where I wanted, and it's still not getting there, but it's closer. Today, actually, as I came to the studio and I started like reworking it another time, I was thinking about this quote that I just came across recently again, that like it really stuck with me, and it was basically saying that good things are your enemy, they always keep you from the best. And as I was wrestling with this piece, I was thinking about it because, you know, like if you have been watching previous vlogs, you know that this painting went a long way from how I started it, like the plan I had for it, and how much struggle already went into this specific canvas. So when it was midway and I really loved it, but it was like really raw, it didn't feel like it was finished or it will fit with my other pieces. And I mean, it was definitely also missing oil paint. It was just like this really raw beginning stage, but I really loved how it looked. So I was thinking, I was asking you guys, maybe I just have to leave it as it is, or just like add some brush strokes, like just little touch-ups, and just leave it as it is, and like it's gonna be just completely different painting. But then every time I would like look again at it, I would just feel like I really don't want to like be in this relationship with a painting where I know it has to develop somehow more, but like I don't know how, and I will just like stop where I am, not to ruin it. Because every time where you're like really happy with where you are, and like you just repetitively doing this, or you just made something and it's good enough, but it's not the best that you strive to, it's really hard to be okay with it somehow. And I feel like it's really good and it's really healthy, and every breakthrough I personally had in art was always after having so much struggle and like pushing through the creative block and not settling where you are. Just keep creating what you created that you liked before, but really wanted to make next grand piece. And I feel like with being an artist in particular, I mean, that's what I can talk about, but I feel like it could be related also to many different areas. But with art, it's just more tangible for me and visible, that you just have this longing and striving for excellence, and you just cannot stay where you are. In order to have this next good piece, you have to sometimes ruin the canvases, and you have to overwork thing and underwork thing and make bad choices, and then you make good choices. And like in this process, you are figuring out and you're allowing something new to break through and to be born. So that's where I am right now with this piece, and I'm grieving still a lot about this part because it was just so beautiful to me. But when I started reworking it, it didn't work. So I probably have to get rid of most of it. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I know that if I just keep working on it and push through, I would be really happy with what I will learn and achieve, even though it might not be this specific painting. Maybe it will. Maybe it will be the next paintings that I will see a lot of progress, but you couldn't avoid this part of the process because otherwise it's just hard to reach the next level. And this is something that I'm also translating into life, of just not being okay with things that are just good enough, just okay, comfortable, but really striving towards your dream, towards this bigger goal, towards things that like really make you feel alive, that are calling you, like your destiny and purpose, just bigger vision, to keep fighting for them and keep pursuing them, striving towards excellence when you could have just settled for less. So those are the deep thoughts that I was having and wanted to share with you guys, that just made me think through working on this piece. And I guess it's all for today. I wish I would make more progress, but I didn't because I wrestle. And the big painting also took a lot of time. It needed its time. So I will keep working on different canvases and keep working on this one. And I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.